Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to the Geiselsberg map. Welcome back for the second time for the first time. Well, really the third time, because we did a map tour, and then we did the DLC, the John Deere Cotton DLC. And now we're starting for reals. For reals this time, I mean it. After the cotton DLC, I realized I had so much cotton, it was going to take forever to harvest it, and then it would take forever to flip those fields back to arable crops. Plus, our economy was all messed up because I had cheated in like $1 billion to buy all those combine. Well, they're not combine harvesters; they're cotton harvesters. Slightly different. Slightly different. So this is the equipment that we had when we did the map tour. For the most part, this is a little MB track, not the MB track from the mod contest, although it may have some of the same folks involved with it. Hard to say. We've got Deutz-Fahr 7 Warrior, we've got a Deutz-Fahr 9 Warrior. Both of these are maxed out on horsepower. I believe the 9 is on a chip because this is a pretty big map. It's going to be, we only own one field right now and some grass, but it's going to get a lot bigger. I also got this, I guess it's a hook lift, and this tank on the back. This is part of the mod contest, and there are several other components in this set as well. But this is going to be our slurry sprayer. We're going to probably put a bin on the back there and use it for carting grain and that sort of stuff. We'll see. We'll stretch out a little bit. Now, here's something funny. These are Deutz-Fahr tractors. Neither of them are in Deutz-Fahr green. This is an MAN truck. It is in Deutz-Fahr branded green, as is our little trailer over here, which you can see has some bales on it, and we got a water tanker and a feed mixer. So clearly we are going to bring some animals to this farm today. This farm fascinates me in that it's got two different places to put cows. I've not seen that before on too many maps. That's something I want to dig into a little bit. I did turn on the interactive zone markers. Normally I leave those turned off for immersion, but right now they're on because I don't know where any of the triggers are on these farms. So we are going to get started here, and we're going to bring some animals down. And to do that, we need to teleport to the store. I don't do that very often, but we're going to today. Just one time. One time. Right. So this is going to be our big truck. I believe, oh man, it's ironic because this map is tight enough and narrow enough that we really don't want a big truck, but it's big enough and spread out enough, and the fields are massive. So I think we do want a big truck, and we haven't really used one of these a lot on the channel on any of our farms. So I thought, let's go ahead and do it. And of course, Deutz-Fahr green. Right, so let's buy some animals. Get this open. We'll get this fired up. And let's buy some animals. Let's get some cows. Now, here's a question. We can get beef cows and we can get dairy cows. Can those be together? You know what I'm saying? Can they coexist? They won't like give each other some kind of weird infections or anything? Because I know like you don't want, at least as far as I've heard, you don't want cattle and sheep too close together because they'll mess each other up. One more of these. One more of those. One more of those. One more of those. There we go. We're full. So we'll take these down and we'll drop them off at their respective places. I don't know how many this holds. Oh, they're stacked in there. Fantastic. I say 12 or 18. I'm just guessing. Right. Brake is off. And we're going to very carefully make our way down there because it is tight. Coming through this little village, the outskirts of this little village. I love it. So first things first, I have to apologize to you. I posted a video a couple days ago, Greenwich Valley. And if you're following the channel or if you're following that series, you know that Seasons is coming for Farm Sim 19. And I was trying to figure out a way to get that map ready so that whether Seasons worked for it or not, we would be able to continue. And so I was trying to get that map ready for Seasons, and that was what I titled the video. I was not trying to clickbait you. I hate clickbait. I know you hate clickbait, and I wouldn't do that to you. And I realized as I was looking at my metrics, I realized like this video has way too many views. Now, I did not put Seasons in the tags. That would be clickbait, but it is in the title, and I think that was enough for it to come up if you were searching. I apologize. That was unintentional, and that's mea culpa. That is 100% on me, and I'll be more careful in the future. I want to say, you know, it won't happen again, but because it wasn't intentional the first time. I can't promise that it won't happen again, but I would certainly never do anything like that intentionally, and I didn't do that intentionally. So, yeah, my bad. Also, I know that video is a little dark. That's trickier for me because there's so many different things that factor into, the process from me capturing a video to you seeing it on your device. And I'm not making excuses. Like, it's on me as a YouTuber to make sure that my videos are as watchable and as good as they can be on your device, whatever that device is. There's just a lot of steps in there, and it's everything from, the gamma settings on my monitor, maybe a little light, a little dark. It looks one way to me, and then my capture software steps on it, and then my editing software steps on it, and then YouTube steps on it, and then you've got your own personal settings on your device. So, as I said, none of that is an excuse in any way, but I am mindful of how many different things happen to a video from the time that I record it. But I will continue to do my level best to make sure that these are good enough for you to see everything that I want you to see. I like night videos in both farm sim and truck sim, but I say all the time, because we end up like in the truck, we're driving in daylight and we need to sleep. We gotta sleep. So we pull over to sleep, and when we wake up at, it's 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and it's dark. Carefully. We wake up and it's dark. What can you do? We can't sleep again because the job will be late, so we have to drive in the dark. So I'm aware of it. I try to keep it to a minimum, but every now and then we just end up in the dark on truck sim. We don't have to ever end up in the dark on farm sim. So I will be super mindful of that, more mindful of that in the future. That's number 2. And the third thing is the channel has really seen a lot of growth in the past few weeks. So I have to thank you for that. If you're new, welcome to it. And if you've been around for a while, thanks for being here from the beginning. You're awesome. I really do appreciate you. YouTube is a massive platform, and I'm still, and always will be, just amazed that anybody, out of all the hundreds of millions of videos on YouTube, I'm amazed that anybody would take the time to watch one of mine. You're super awesome. I really do appreciate you. Right. That's all I got as far as housekeeping stuff. Now, we own this field to the right, and once we get these animals delivered, we'll take a look and see what's in there. We've got a grass field on the far side of the farm, so we can get some silage going and some hay. Now, I don't know if that's crop grass or meadow grass. I know we own it. It's not a buyable field, but it is an ownable field, if that makes sense. I'll show it to you. Can we make this turn? Maybe, and we've got a drop off right there. Can we back in? I don't know. I'm just going to try to get down here. Let's see how we do. Yeah, close. Not too bad. Right, so this is a trigger right here on the end. And then we got to decide, where do we want dairy? Where do we want birth? Doesn't matter. I think these farms are just about the same. And I imagine, even if there's a cap on either one of them, it's either going to be 50 or 200 or something. I think we can certainly expand a little bit. Right. We're in the trigger. Let's just go with beef. So we go there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. 14. Okay. I didn't think we would luck out like that, but we did. Right. So there are 7 beef cows. Can we go around, or do we want to go through? Let's just go around. Now, I'm also told, I saw this in the comments, I'm also told that there may be a little bit of something needs an adjustment on the dairy or on the beef side of this farm, in that you've got some of the floor food under the placeable and you can't get to it. So we'll see how that resolves itself when we... Ooh, tight. We'll see how that resolves itself when we get into our animals. We're going to hit that awning. Nope. We're okay on the awning. Oh, Big truck is maybe a mistake for this map. Maybe. Oh, driving this thing like a two-door Honda. Right. Down in there. And right back in there. And let's set the brake. And for realism's sake, for immersion, let's go ahead and open this door before we unload. Right back here. We'll get these out. Like so. Beautiful. Okay, and then they spawn out in front of us. Now, I imagine that's water out there, because I can see a little tanker in the middle. Right. So close this door. Back over here. Let's get this truck out of the way. Brake is off. Let's close it. What if we just back it right down there? By these roll doors? Yeah, let's try this. Ooh. Or right along this fence? Yeah, right along this fence line. Carefully. Carefully. There we go. That's somewhat out of the way. We can do a little better. There we go. Proper out of the way. Beautiful. So that's going to go right there for now. So this field right here we own, right? Right here. We do not. We own this field behind the barns. We don't own this one. Can we buy this one? We can for 200 grand. Oh, do we want to? Yeah, I suppose we do. Oh, that's interesting. We can buy our own farm. Interesting. We just dropped off animals here. I'm curious now if we can do anything with these animals because we don't actually own this land. Interesting. This is a very unique map. I like it. Well, let's not take our chances. Let's go ahead and buy this one. And if we have to, we can, well, let's do it right now. Let's jack our loan a little bit and get that other one as well. That other plot of land. Back, I said. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get this one just to be on the safe side. Right. So, what do we need to do now? Let's get some water in these animals. And where do we get water on this map? I can see some there. I can see some that we can drive to. Is there any on the farm? Is there a spigot or a tap anywhere around here? Let's take a quick look before we start driving down into the forest. This whole area is pretty comprehensive. That looks like load your milk there. This looks like slurry. We're looking for some kind of hydrant or back here. No, that's just a vent and a power box. That is a milk sell point, or load your milk up. It's awfully wet back here, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I guess this is where that's okay. So that's where we water our animals. That just looks like a static object. I think we may be driving here. Driving to get some water. Anything over here? Okay. Nothing. This is wet, but I think that might just be static water. Yeah, I think we're driving. Okay. Not a problem. This is one of our meadows, and then we just bought that other one. Okay. All right, we're going to have to make a trip. It wouldn't be inside, would it? Let's take a look before we drive. Let's take a look. No, this is that. I imagine this is straw and hay storage. And I'm not seeing any other triggers. Oh, okay. That's a good point. Everything seems to have a marked interactive zone on this map, and I'm not seeing... Ah. Nope, this is chickens back here. Okay. But everything is so well designated with the interactive zone markers. The fact that we're not seeing one makes me think that... Yeah, there isn't one, unless there's anything down here. No, that's just the edge of the map. Okay, let's drive. Let's find some access to the river and get some water for these cows. Okay. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. Fantastic. I'm really liking this map. I was sort of maybe a little on the fence. Let's look one more place. I don't think we've gone through here. Yeah, we have. Through the other side. Okay. There were two maps that I was really looking forward to in Mod Contest. Both of them were UK maps. And I've been kind of, I wouldn't say fixated, but I've really been spending a lot of time on UK maps lately in FS19. And I thought, that'll do. And I've been really, really pleased with this map. It's definitely different. It's got a very German look to it, but it doesn't necessarily have some of the features or some of the characteristics of a German map. It doesn't have a ton of scripts all over, which is not, I always say there's nothing wrong with that. It just might not be my thing. And we're going to bring this up for now, because as soon as we find water, we want to see a little dialogue up there that we can load up, so we're not driving all over and driving past where we need to be to get water. Right out here. So yeah, it's got a nice German look and feel to it, but it's missing some of the things that I'm not crazy about anyway, like some of the factory script. Not really my thing. But it's just a really cool map. It's big, but it feels small, but it feels big. It's a lot of things, and it's very cool. And we will also continue working in Greenwich Valley. I don't know what's going to happen with seasons. It's possible that we will have one map with seasons and one without. We could always do that. Start filling. Okay. All right. What are we filling from? This thing, I assume. Okay. Well, that was that was much easier than I thought it was going to be. That's a big trigger for that hydrant. Okay. Works for me. So we'll get turned around here and get some water for these animals, and then we will let's do food next. And if we have time, we'll do straw. Possibly not. Right. So we're full there. I am definitely glad I turned that dialogue box on, because I would have driven right past that thing and headed down to the river. And if there's no trigger at the river, you know what I'm saying? We would have just been chasing the dragon, making ourselves crazy, which is no good. No good. Right. So if we go, I guess we'll just do the closer ones first, the nearer ones first. And if that's... We'll take a look when we get down here. I thought the trough with all that water splashed around it was the water trough, but now I'm thinking maybe that's food. And that little static tank in the center of the pasture is where we want to be. You know what I mean? Set the brake. Let's take a look here. Man, I do love learning a new farm. This is probably one of my favorite parts of this game, just figuring everything out. Yeah, I think this is food. Hop over here. And this is water? No, I don't see any markers around that. Unless food is in here, pardon me. Unless food is in here. Yeah, maybe food is in here. Or unless that's straw. I don't know. Let's let's back up to this one and see what happens. Brake is off. Let's get turned around here. And we'll just back her on up. Beautiful. Right through here, carefully. Oh, it wants to swing. Get in there. Right, like so. And it is water. Fantastic. Let's do about half of our tank. Right there. There's half. Back out this way. Let's just go back out on the highway. I think that's quickest. Right down this way. So this is... I guess those are both static. Yeah, because this is going to be water again. Is it? It is. Okay. Interesting. For some reason, I thought those static water tankers in the center out there, right, like about 1 o'clock, for some reason, I thought those were triggers. Okay. We'll make our turn here, and yeah, this takes us back to the yard. Mighty swing. Beautiful. Don't hit anything. Fantastic. So we go right down here. Ah, okay. So this is similar to Holzer in that although the animals have spawned sort of far away from the little barn, we're going to feed them in the barn. I think. All right, so let's get this thing put away. Right, like so. Square that up or it's going to bug me. There we go. Beautiful. We're going to spear some bales with the pallet forks on the MB track. Yeah, we are. Okay. So, set the brake. We can turn this thing off. It hasn't been running that hot. Take the straps off. And let's move this thing over and out of the way so we can get to it. All right. Brake is off. Let's put this right over here. Right about there. Yeah. That'll do. If we can turn that off for the moment, and then we're going to hop in here. You know, I feel like, I know there is a camera, there's a way to not have the camera reset every time you get in the vehicle. And I do have that selected, but I feel like the vehicle control mod, because it has those camera modifications within it, I feel like it overwrites our choice. And at the moment, there's nothing I can find to resolve that. But I'm really pleased that they're continuing to work on vehicle control mod, or that Mowgli is. I say they, it's he, I guess, is a better way to describe it. But I'm really glad that that's continuing to be a thing. Carefully, there we go. I think it's a great mod. I really do. And I don't see anything like Gearbox at the moment. There's a manual transmission mod, but it is a proper manual transmission mod. It's not, there's no automatic mode like with Gearbox. So if you're running that, you have to be shifting manually. which is not an option for me right now, so I can't run that mod. But other than that, I think that's about all that's available. Concentrating. Also, you're hearing Discord beeping in the back. I have been continuing to effort a way to silence Discord, and I tried streamer mode, which is, I mean, it silences it, but it also, I don't know why, causes a ton of stuttering when I'm in streamer mode. And I don't know if it's because I'm not actually streaming, I'm recording, but that was a bit perplexing, I have to say. I couldn't imagine why it would do that. But yeah, when streamer mode is on in Discord, it does seem to cause some stuttering. And other than that, I mean, I've got all notifications turned off. I've got everything as quiet as I can make it, and it's still, there's still something somewhere, some setting that I haven't found to completely silence Discord. All right, you know what? Let's take another swing at this. I feel like that's not where we want to be. Let's come right over here. Yeah, square it off a little bit more. Right about like so. Oh, run into it. That's good for the equipment. You want to bash into it periodically, just to let it know who's boss. And I will most likely never arrange the equipment in this configuration again when we're mixing animal food, because this is not optimal by any means. Right, so we grab this one. Is that about right? That's about right. So we grab this one. Like so. And then I think one straw. Like so. There we are. We have room in there for one straw? Moment. Not really. Not really. Okay. Let's just get this mixing. There we go. Let's get this mixing, and let's find a place to feed some cows. So that's our trigger to deliver. Is there anything in here? Ah, that was easy. So we want to, I guess we can just go in, get this up out of the way. Brake is off. I guess we can just go in front first. We don't need to try to back in because we're going to be spraying on the left side. And I hope this isn't a straw trigger. How embarrassing. Nope, that's a food trigger. Okay, cool. So let's get this going. We'll go to 50%, drive over to the other side, 50% over there, and we'll call it an episode when we come back. Well, I'll drop off straw off camera. And when we come back next week, I suppose we'll be doing grass work. Right, set the brake. Close the doors. I said close the doors. There you go. And what's the quickest way to get over there? Well, we're sort of blocked through there, so I guess we're going this way. Right, here we go. Right down here. Is there... I'm not 100% confident we can get through there and make our turn. So let's do it this way. Let's back up down here. Yeah. There we go. Let's back up down here. And then forward down this way. Beautiful. Right down here. And we can get up through here, can we not? Carefully. Yeah, I think we can. Around the back. Yep. Okay. So then we'll pull in... Okay, I guess we'll just pull in right here. And we'll have to swap this to... Moment. We'll have to swap this to... Discharge on the right. Okay. Will this thing fit in here? I think it will. I think it will. Okay, on the height. Yep. Okay, left to right. Fantastic. How far down does this trigger go? Pretty far. Beautiful. You know what? I think that's going to do it. So we'll do that. Set the brake. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. I think we're done. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the Geiselsberg map, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.